Husband 64 refuses to name me 57. Wife of 15 years as a beneficiary on anything, and it makes me want to leave him. We met and married after his 2 kids were grown and out the house. My oldest as well. My youngest was only 8 at the time. My kid's father died shortly before we married, and my youngest was raised by my husband. He's dad to this child for all intents and purposes. His children are very, very successful professionals, as is my oldest. The youngest is finishing the 2nd year of university. We do not have anything combined. Not checking, not savings, etc. The only thing that has my name as well is our home. He's repeatedly told me that he would not name me as beneficiary on anything. His massive savings, according to him, are for his kids. Not for our retirement, that if I wanted more, I should have saved more. Okay, buddy, I've spent thousands on your kids and family because you're too cheap and too emotionally stunted to put in any effort into celebrating anyone for any reason. I digress. He feels that myself, my ex-husband, my mother, who he barely knew, and my father, who he never knew, and even my grandparents, who have been gone for me more than 40 years, were losers as they weren't wealthy and didn't own land. Apparently, if you don't own land, you're beneath his family. He refuses to travel or even go out for a fun evening with friends. Past 9 o'clock and he's ready to go home. He complains constantly if I buy anything. Groceries are a huge battle as he feels I am wasteful. The funny thing is, he eats really well. An Amazon box shows up more than once in a week, and the accusations fly. It's not my fault that Amazon ships tiny things in big boxes. I'm terrified for my future. If something happens, I'll have to sell the farm, literally. I'm sure his family will come at me with everything they have if I do that. The sticky part is that he has an old will that names his kids full beneficiaries. With that in writing, they're entitled to his half and all his money. I get nothing, and nothing for my child he's raised as his own. He's actually said I won't have to worry about it as they will let me live here. OMG, I've been in the legal world for 40 years. It never happens like that. Dad dies, and stepmom is not only booted, but forgotten. He keeps saying that I'm not the mother of his children. Hence, Mother's Day never hits his radar. His kids do acknowledge me, and for that, I'm grateful. Him? I just don't think I can live as second-rate anymore. He's an emotionless man. The only time I do receive any kind of affection is when he wants sex, which has 0 emotion from me anymore. It's a chore, really, as he's crushed all desire. I'm afraid to go it alone at this age. But honestly, I want to get my fare from him and run for the hills. I'd rather be alone than lonely.